Click entry, you're in the virtual, which is kind of amazing if you think about it.
It is. It is.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk a little bit more about VR here later in a second because the guest we have today is very VR focused, and it's
That's
not
right.
something we really talk about too much typically because we're very focused right now in Decentraland, and we know a part of Decentraland's roadmap at some point is going to be VR integration, but we're not there yet, right? So we're
That's right.
leveraging the existing technology as best we can at MetaZone and Rovies and all the stuff we do. So right now it's not our I was about to say RV.
Yeah.
VR.
VR, yeah.
But at some point, we're going to have to gear up our expectations for this virtual immersiveness, right? So,
All right. Okay, so let's get started. We are live everywhere. So welcome back, everybody. You got Will and I Man here from the Block Runner, MetaZone, and Rovies. And today we have a very special guest. And if you allow me to read sort of this blurb here, I'll intro Mario here. Let me see. Where did that blurb go? I think I lost it. 1 second. Oh, here it is. Here it is. All right, here we go. So ImagineX is a world-class startup with a worldwide customer that has developed an amazing and breathtaking technology called digital twins. It's a hyper-realistic one-to-one 3D model for the existing or the unbuilt property. You can try it out in our twins using our app called Home VR in the Oculus Store from your Meta Quest 2 headset. So joining us today is Mario Varon from Colombia. Welcome, Mario. Yeah, there you go.
Hey guys, nice to be here with you.
Yeah,
And
nice.
well, I really appreciate the time that you are giving me to explain our vision and our mission with ImagineX.
Yeah, for sure. Mario, thank you for joining us, man. We love talking to creators of the metaverse, and you guys have a different perspective than many of the people in the metaverse do, and so we really like to, we'd like to pick your brain on the whole metaverse concept and how you got started in the metaverse. You want to talk about, kind of like the early days and getting into the metaverse?
Yeah, actually, let me first start telling you about our history, so you can understand the full picture of the reason why we end up on the metaverse. So, when we started working like a long time ago with developers worldwide, they asked us, "Hey, we kind of like we're kind of like trying to sell these unbuilt properties only using floor plans and this kind of stuff, and it was very difficult. And with the pandemic going on, and the difficulties that you have, like going to sales room and like interacting with real persons. So we actually kind of like developed this full technology to help them pre-lease and pre-sell their properties remotely. So we saw that there was like kind of like a huge opportunity in terms of like bridging like the real life and the metaverse. So what we end up doing was like taking some of these beautiful designs that we have for real life, and then bringing them into the metaverse. And then that's the reason why we end up like building and architecting these kind of new digital assets on the central.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So a lot of the stuff that we're creating on MetaZone is essentially a platform for creators such as yourself to be able to distribute content. And what we really like to showcase is like the creativity of everybody, like submitting all kinds of unique stuff.
yeah.
And just for everyone listening, first of all, thank you guys as always for joining the call. We do have giveaways. We're going to be giving away a Pope kind of 20, 30 minutes in the call. And of course, Mario has been gracious enough to be able to give away a Meta. But usually we do giveaways kind of like, I guess, on Discord. But this time we're going to be doing giveaways via Twitter. So we're going to be sharing that link here pretty soon. Dahlia, as a matter of fact, can you, if there's a tweet link that you can share, that's the one that we're going to be leveraging for this giveaway. So thank you, Mario, for that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So we got a number of you guys in here. All right. So Mario, take us through like the first time you heard about Decentraland?
Actually, when we start like seeing that we have an opportunity to like sell our digital assets and our designs in the metaverse, so we start looking into different metaverses that are in the market right now. We went through Sandbox, and then we realized that over there, the real estate market is not as deep as it is on the central land. So we saw that the opportunity in terms of like the readiness of the market for the real estate was more appropriate on the central land side than on other metaverse. So that's the reason why we end up here. And our plan basically is to becoming the high end architects of this metaverse in the short term future. That's what we are looking for.
No, that's great. Yeah, I want to get your opinion because we've been building in Decentraland since I would say late 2019, way before like we started messing around with Decentraland during the beta days, and pretty quickly we found it relatively difficult to make content. Do you find any difficulty to making stuff in Decentraland? Like, what would you say?
Yeah, actually, most of our knowledge and our technical experience it came from doing these digital twins for the real life developers, and then just because most of them we actually kind of like develop this unique technology, and we are using video game engines and also 3D software. So most of our expertise came from this side. And basically, what we had to do is just improve the whole thing to make it work on the central one. But it's kind of tricky, I have to say. I have to say so. And you need a lot of experience when it comes to 3D modeling, when it comes to optimization, when it comes to if you're planning to add some kind of animations into your assets for the central one, you need some kind of experience. And then what we are seeing over there. It's that the regular user, he's not he's not knowledge. He's not like he doesn't have like the right knowledge to do this kind of stuff by himself. So it's going to the market is going to develop as it's the same as it happens on real life. So you kind of like own the parcels, you kind of like own the land, but you don't have like the skills to build the property or the house by yourself. So you have to hire someone else who has the expertise to come in and help you with this regard.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely something we've identified from day one, right?
That's right.
That was, I think we call it the metaverse trilemma.
Yeah.
Because it's a three-pronged issue where you have landowners, you have developers, and players within the whole metaverse ecosystem, and everyone has to be aligned as far as like why they're engaged and participating in the first place. And of course, because somebody has to host the content, stuff like that, value alignment has to be considered as well. So people aren't going to host your content if they don't have, a financial incentive, most likely, or some sort of incentive to do that on your behalf. So that's kind of the inception of the marketplace, to give developers and creators who don't have the resources to just acquire a bunch of land to deploy their creations on their own behalf, to just put it out into the ecosystem and let people who do have these resources to acquire it for themselves, just like you do with your NFT ecosystem broadly, right? Like, collect things and store them in your ETH address. In the metaverse, it's a little different. You're collecting these assets, but storing them on the actual land itself. So, yeah.
And it's definitely more complex than just creating a regular NFT.
Yeah.
It's not like a JPEG image or JPEG file or whatever.
That's right. Yeah.
This has a lot of like engineering. Yeah. And if you see like most of our, at least from our standpoint view, if you see most of our creations, they are very like complex in terms of details, in terms of optimization. So we definitely there is a lot of work here on these assets, and they are worth the price that you are paying for having them on the central.
So one of the other things that we discovered just building in Decentraland is it seems like we need to come up with new business models for the metaverse. And one of them sort of we sort of touched on is the distribution of like digital assets across multiple lands. So when like you sit down with your team and you guys discuss like coming up with content for the metaverse, what are the sort of financial like decisions that you guys have to come up with when it comes to like making content for the metaverse? Do you essentially have to, like, let's say when you mint buildings, you say, all right, well, this mint is going to be 100 and it's going to be more accessible. And then the next mint, you say, like, this mint is going to be 10 and it's going to be more expensive. Like, do you guys consider that?
Yeah, actually we do. And you have to think in terms of like the economy of the metaverse. So right now, if you think in the number of parcels that are in the Decentraland right now, they are limited. They're like 95,000. Right. I think I'm not quite sure of the right number, but yeah, they are limited in the offer. So what the owners of those parcels are looking for is uniqueness. So what they would like to have on their parcels, and if you ask me, I'm paying, and I'm going to talk here in US dollars, not in mana. Yeah. If you're paying, I don't know, 50K or 20K for a single parcel, and if I'm planning to spend some time on that parcel with my friends, hanging out and doing this kind of activities over there, so I should definitely have something that makes me unique around the neighborhood. So definitely, when it comes, and if we speak from our point of view, when it comes to like minting the NFT, we are always thinking on the economy. So if you restrict the supply, then definitely you can increase the price on the digital asset. And we definitely prefer to go on that way, in that way, than rather than going on the massive, like building this kind of massive or X amount of digital assets with a lower price.
Sure. Yeah, you mentioned one of the critical things that we consider all the time is the uniqueness. And one thing that you may not know is we built another part of our platform is called Metagen, which one of our projects, Rovies, is leveraging right now. But there's so many other ways that creatives such as yourself could leverage this technology, where you can come up with, let's say, 1,000 buildings and make them accessible. But with this Metagen tech, you can make each building unique to each other. And so now you'd be able to generate 1,000 permutations of this building, and every single purchase that someone makes of one of these 1,000 mints is going to be a completely unique building to that individual. Yeah. And so it is a way to kind of streamline the process for you guys to make these models. Yeah. And it gives the end buyer a completely unique building that no one else has, even though there's 1,000 mints of these items.
Yeah, well, that looks exciting. And actually, if you ask me, the process of like building these assets is very labor intensive.
That's right.
And time consuming. So we have to spend like a lot of effort here from our team, just designing the whole thing and then running all the thing in the video game engine to see that everything is working properly. So right now it's very labor intensive, and definitely if we can streamline that process and make it more like smooth, that will be awesome.
Yeah, that's definitely pretty interesting to think about, like where we are is overall from like an NFT metaverse asset sector. Like we're still identifying across the board where the real value prospects will come from, right? There's the class of utility assets. There's I think what you guys create and like what a lot of our creators are producing on the MetaZone platform should be classified as 3D art, in my belief. Sure. And if we take ourselves back a couple of years ago when NFTs were not, valued at all, people were speculating, ourselves included, what is it that's going to, catalyze the awareness, the market, the demand for non-fungible tokens, right? And we'll be honest, we definitely missed the whole art wave because we didn't think that was going to be it. we're more like in the utility camp. You know, we focus on like, you know, functionality of assets, you know, things that do other things that could produce value for yourself, stuff like that, right? But the market overall really gravitated towards the artistry, right?
Yes.
And I really want to do, like, as a community, as a platform, as an ecosystem, all of us like kind of like bind together and like figure out how can we convince the world that what people like ImagineX is creating is also considered art, right? Just like a Beeple, just like a ferocious,
right?
Like all this is like 2D stuff, right? But to me, like, there's tons of skill, tons of, you know, creativity. What is it that separates this 2D and 3D realm as far as it? Because and we asked this question to you on our written interview, and I think you answered it beautifully. It was like, from my perspective, I feel like the 3D artistry sector is like underappreciated, but not really. If video game and movie industry, like 3D is incredibly valuable, right? But I guess from a public perspective, it's just not. It doesn't have the same awareness, I guess, because like you guys are kind of like behind the scenes creating everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you know, with the market right now, and then with the let's say with the vision that we have for the market, we're going to evolve into like more immersive technologies, and that's when the 3D modeling becomes valuable. So everything that we will see on the VR and on the AR world in a few years, it will be a 3D. It will be a 3D model. So the reason of that, though, is because we can customize, we can change, we can play with the 3D models. We cannot do that with 2D technology. So in a few years, guys, probably the way how the world will work is you will have like this kind of small contact lenses. You will put them on, and then you can go to a central land. You can see your next house. You can have work interviews. You can hang out with your friends, like have virtual dating. So, but everything will work through 3D models, and that's when, like, well, for the new professionals and for the new workers joining this career, it's going to be huge. You're going to have a very good conditions on this industry.
That's a good.
Definitely, this is a career that you should choose. Right now, this is the right time to study this and to start focusing on this thing.
Yeah, that's such a good point. I think that does kind of like hone in on what the difference is. It's just, as a species, humans, we're so comfortable interacting with 2D interfaces for so long. I mean, that's what we're looking at screens right now, right? So we really do appreciate 2D from that perspective. I guess it's just like much more intuitive, like, just see like a 2D representation of something, and I don't know, see value in that. But once like the 3D immersiveness becomes like common part in all of our lives,
right,
we'll start to gravitate more towards like 3D, like as like a standard of value, you know what I mean, as opposed to 2D, right? So I think, we're in that transition period.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, right now the metaverse, if you ask me, right now the metaverse, it's kind of like where the internet kind of like was during the middle 90s or something like that.
Yeah.
So we are like in like a very early stage of this technology, and then probably in 10 or 12 years, this is going to be a huge thing for everyone, like worldwide. So it's you're not going to use like your cell phone. Instead you will be using your VR headset or whatever to connect with other guys or with other people all around the world.
And like you're saying, I think the hardware is going to play a huge part in that. You know, you're envisioning like, you know, glasses, maybe something like this, and you're connected, you're in. And that's always been my biggest complaint. It's the hardware, you know, so we're definitely not there. I mean, there's, you know, baby steps to get to that inflection point where, okay, the metaverse is just inescapable because there's too much value in it. It's just too engaging, and it's no longer cumbersome, like from a physical standpoint, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Right now the hardware has like these kind of issues when it comes to user experience. It's cumbersome, it's bulky. The VR headsets, they kind of like hit on your face. The experience is not like a good experience. And it's not like it's,
we need
definitely on the hardware side, the all these manufacturers, Meta, well, all these guys, they have to start working and improving the user experience in order we can see
Absolutely.
like a mass adoption of this technology in the short term.
Yeah, we need the Steve Jobs of the VR space.
Right?
We need the ultra visionary to come in and just change.
Yeah,
everything.
his name is Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure they're cooking up something. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
All right, so we have a question from the audience by Super Tyler. Mario, can you give us some examples of stuff you make digital twins of, and how you handle the very low poly limits if you have to deal with that?
Okay, so for digital twins, definitely you have to go and check out our webpage. We have some virtual tours that we have done for several developers worldwide. One of the projects that we have done, just to give you an idea, guys, we're just in let's say we're in just few days to close big deal with the largest developer, with the largest commercial developer in Miami City. So these guys, they are trying to use our technology. They will try to use our technology to release all their office spaces of Miami City. And you can basically, for the final user, what you can do is you can see different layouts, and you can change the finishes inside the office. Something that was not possible before with the current tech. That's high resolution renders or 2D technologies like renders or photos or whatever. And when it comes to poly, so what we have done is we kind of like understand that we have some limitations when it comes to deliver the digital twin to the end user. So right now, our technology was designed to provide maximum accessibility. So we kind of like optimize all of our digital twins to be run from every single browser. So let's say that I'm not giving you the details because this is kind of like proprietary technology.
Sure.
So, but let's say that we have been able to optimize all these twins so you can run them from a browser. And then that's what you're looking over there, that experience that you have when you are using your VR headset.
Yeah.
And as you see, it's not like the regular 2D technology.
Yeah.
You can really walk through and feel the full space and grasp like the full dimensions.
That's
and
awesome.
You know, like you want to see a new tile or a new sink on your bathroom. That's a matter of like a seconds, and then you can change the whole thing.
Yeah.
You want to see how much will cost you, just build the budget and you will have it in real time.
Yeah, that's amazing. I really like that, just because you're able to kind of immerse yourself in something that's not really easy to imagine. And so you guys have the ability to be able to build it out, and then people can put on this headset and all of a sudden they're in like a version of reality that could be possible.
Yeah. And, yep. And it like you said, it's a feel thing, right? That's what the 3D immersiveness of like, the metaverse is going to enable. It's just the feeling of being present somewhere when you're not, right? You can kind of get that from like, watching a YouTube video or something like that. It's like, oh, wow, it looks really cool over there in Thailand, but it doesn't feel like you're actually there, right? Like, but if somebody creates like a digital twin of like a really cool city in Thailand, you're there essentially, right? And then you're there with other people, That's this. It is.
Yeah. I'm just going to say, just imagine how much this technology will transform the industry when we can recreate this technology for existing properties as well. So you don't have to spend money and time visiting properties that at the end you are not going to buy or list. This is like a common thing that happens to everyone on their everyday life. So you have to. I want to lease this apartment, and it's 3 miles away. So instead of like having me to go there, like set up the appointment with the realtor or the broker or whatever, and just do it from your own house, put your VR headset, walk through the whole property and understand the full thing, and that's it.
Yeah.
The Grind Junkies said the future will be awesome. We really are getting like a sneak peek at the future.
Yeah,
here.
I think so.
And it does sound awesome.
Yeah, and Grind Junkie said before that, he says, we grew up on 2D. And so we're so used to like these 2D kind of environments that I mean, these.
That's what our brain like understands right now. Well, unless you're like a gamer.
Yeah, if you're a gamer, you're sort of intuitive.
Yeah, you kind of get it, but most people aren't gamers. Like, and we're talking about a multi-trillion-dollar industry, the metaverse.
That's right.
That's not just focused towards gamers. That means like everybody.
Yes.
Right. So everybody has to eventually, at some point, readjust their brain wiring a little bit to 3D immersiveness. Right. So yeah, if you're a gamer, you've already done that, so you got a head start. But if you're just, the average consumer, like you got some assimilation to do. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. All right. I am showing the tweet that everybody should retweet here. Dahlia has already shared it. So if you guys want to be able to win this Meta NFT from ImagineX, make sure you retweet this. Follow ImagineX. ImagineX Meta. And and you'll be entered to win this 1 of 1 Meta NFT.
1 of 1?
That's 1 of 1, dude.
No way, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. See, this one speaks to me because I have an RV myself.
Yeah, that's right. I was gonna say. Yeah.
I have an RV.
Sorry, guys, for having to do one, but then it is what it is.
It's okay. I think this is the first RV in the metaverse as far as we've seen. So
Absolutely.
That's pretty cool, dude, to own one of these. And yeah, the door does open and close. So does the bathroom door open and close.
Yeah, but definitely you should check out some of our other assets over there. We kind of released our nightclub bar last week.
That's right.
And it's amazing, man. Yeah, if we can go and show the people that it's connected with our Connect story, the experience, it's awesome. We kind of had all these headlights, and it's very impressive. All the vibe that we built in it.
Yeah, you guys are very creative. I mean, we were recording content in here, I think not too long ago, and it's pretty unique being able to kind of traverse, this particular building just because it's so, it gives you that feeling that you're, like in a different space.
Mm-hmm.
And then the kind of the beauty about what we're doing with the platform is that anybody can purchase this, deploy it on any land, and then kind of mix and match different experiences.
Yeah.
On your land. So yeah, man, you guys are doing an amazing job with your creativity here. I think you guys are really taking advantage of everything that Decentraland is capable of. That's here. Super.
Yeah. Thank you guys for your words, and definitely we are looking forward to building more of this stuff. We're planning to bring a lot of different creations to Decentraland, and then what we are looking forward is moving from the residential side, because right now, and as you can see, we are mainly focused on residential units. We are planning to start building commercial assets, like malls, and that kind of stuff that will really change how we interact with the Decentraland. So it's usually you go to the Decentraland to spend some time with your friends and blah blah blah. But then usually the way how you do this right now, you go to your condo, you go to your apartment over there in the Decentraland. But then on the future, you will have this kind of huge malls. It will be the same as the real life. You will have all these kind of real time video games or games that you can play on, and nightclubs. I don't know, cinemas, where you can see. I know real time streaming. Yeah,
I know exactly the zone you're in right now. That's like you're tapping into the infinite scope of creativity, just trying to line out all the different potential things you can build, right? Because you are a creator. So it's sometimes it's overwhelming, right? What should we build? What should we do next? Because it's such an early stage, like the metaverse. Mm-hmm. We kind of need everything, from a content perspective, there's no limits to anything really. So the creativity, if naturally creative, like Will says, he's got a symphony playing in his head.
I do
all the time, all the time, musical orchestra and stuff. But he doesn't always get to release it. If you're one of those types, especially if you're a 3D designer or developer, whatever, this has to be the ultimate playground and avenue for you to release that. Because I don't think I have whatever it is you creator types have. It's like it's playing in your heads. I got a bunch of other crap in there. This is like screwing with that. But I'm pretty sure it gets overwhelming at times to like not let that out. You know what I mean? So that's the way I always viewed the metaverse. It is just like a massive canvas, right, for any artist, any creator to kind of like tap into and to leverage, right? And the cool thing about it is we're all collectively observing, you know, the artistry come about, you know. Sorry about that.
Yeah, we're just
kind of like,
no,
I'm what's the word? I'm like having a metaverse moment right now. I'm going too deep, dude.
Epifanía, like that.
Yeah.
So that will be the word in Spanish. Epifanía.
Yeah, but definitely we are just like, let's say that we're just starting to build the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the full canvas and the full possibilities of what we can build in. And definitely there is a lot of things that we can do right now. And then this is just like I'm just share one of my thoughts that comes to my mind. So it's commercial spaces. We can also have like schools because in the short term or in the long term, people will be taught on the metaverse as well. And you are going to go to classes to your university using the metaverse.
Yeah.
It's simpler, faster, and cheaper. So why not?
And it's going to be more fun.
Just to say, sorry.
I said, and it's going to be more fun. I don't know if you ever watched the Magic School Bus growing up, the cartoon.
Yeah, actually.
You did? Okay, well, that's how I envision education in the metaverse. It's like, you know, instead of like, because I grew up studying biology, like looking at boring textbooks.
Yeah.
Holy crap, was that not engaging and like made me want to sleep every single time. But I imagine biology lecture in the metaverse is going to be like, you know, we're going into the cell. Yeah. Let's go, guys. It's like we're in there.
Headset,
Yeah, with our VR environments.
That's actually technology. And then actually Meta just released an app like last week or 2 weeks ago, and it shows a guy using a VR headset and inside a classroom, and basically the teacher throws him like a living cell.
Oh,
hey, just play with the cell and start like splitting the cell in half from your metaverse classroom. Yeah, it was so cool.
Yeah, that's 1,000 times increase in like our education models for sure. I can't wait for that, dude.
So Grind Junkies, he says he remembers when he had to load the computer up with a 5.5-inch floppy.
Wow.
Yeah, those are the big ones, right? They're like the thin big ones.
Yeah, dude.
We mess with the 3.5-inch floppy disks, and that for you kids, that's the icon, the save icon in most applications.
Yeah,
the 3.5-inch floppy disk.
Dude,
yeah, that's from my time.
Yeah, right.
I remember that too.
All right, let's give away the Pope. All right, give me a second. Let me go grab the password here. So ImagineX, or I should say, we have a pretty cool looking Pope.
Oregon Trail. I think I remember that, dude.
Oh, I remember that.
I also remember like some like little like vacuum cleaner game or something. I don't know.
Yeah, same. I remember getting dysentery quite often in that game.
So that was basically the 90s attempt to like, you know, educate us like entertainment style.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I guess it worked. We still remember it like fondly. It's like, dude, that was cool.
Yeah.
Why don't we do that now? Yeah, man, I can't wait for that. So yeah, education. Any other facets or like any other? I mean,
like just thinking dating. Like right now we have Tinder, Bumble, but then when it comes to like meet the person in real life, usually you're kind of like scared because you're not like you're not fully trusting the other side. So why not like first met on the metaverse before doing like the whole thing on real life? That's just jumping into the central land. Let's have a coffee order in one of our assets, and then you kind of like feeling, then just move forward, man.
Grind Junkie says, so who was it? I don't want to show my age. I'm from the 1900s. Was that Dahlia?
Yeah, me neither.
Let's see. Okay, I got the password. All right. So same process as before. You're going to DM the MetaZone bot that I'm just going to link here, and you're just going to send it the password, and the password is ImagineX Meta. There we are.
Very nice, dude.
And let us know if you can receive the Pope. I've been keeping the server alive.
So was Breaking Bad at all an inspiration for this meta? ImagineX?
Yeah.
I'm wondering. It has very...
I'm from Colombia, and I'm not going to say what everyone what everyone knows, but then actually we had some inspiration from Breaking Bad. Please
Nice.
don't use the trailer to cook met.
Somebody's gonna make that.
And the
meta,
metaverse, but then
Dude, we need to make that experience into Decentraland.
What,
like
the meth lab?
Blue meth.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
man.
we looked at the game jam submission. Somebody had a cool submission where you could grow little magic mushrooms out of the ground and consume them, and it made you fly like on that parcel. Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, man. Hope the CIA is not and the FBI is not on the call.
Yeah, we're gonna have
We're in trouble, man.
Metaverse DEA at some point. It's like not allowed.
Metaverse DEA.
We got invalids.
Wow.
ImagineX Meta. Yeah, that's it, lads. Did you mistype?
Hold on, let me double check.
All right, small technical difficulties, lads. We'll take a look at that. Okay.
All right, one second here.
Okay, so ImagineX, you said you guys have backgrounds also like from gaming. Do you have any like ambitions to, dabble in the gaming space for the metaverse?
Man, that's a very difficult industry if you ask me.
Yeah.
There's a lot of competition over there, and if you're planning to go big, you have to raise a lot of money.
Yeah.
So you can do from our side and from our end. If you ask me, you can do more with less in terms of making an impact to the industry. So that's what we are looking for the short-term future. But then, if you ask me, most of the people from our team, they have some kind of background in the gaming industry.
Yeah.
You need to for doing the 3D modeling and then optimizing all the assets and then running them through video game engines. You need to have some kind of experience in video gaming, in the video gaming.
Absolutely. Have you ventured out? There's other metaverses out there that are starting to gain traction. Have you identified? I think one of like spatial. I think is a big one that's starting to arise. Help me think of another one, dude. But have you identified any other ones that you interested in? Establishing a presence within. And we ask all our creators this question too, because I think at some point everybody's going to need an established presence and all the metaverses that have demand or traffic. So that it's our responsibility as a platform, a content distribution platform, to enable this content to be deployable in all these different verses. So I kind of want to get some insight from you. How much of that is of consideration, from interoperability?
What we're expecting to is have this kind of industry standard to make all the digital assets interoperables between different metaverses. So that's what we're looking for. In terms of the interoperability, you should be able to sell an asset on the Decentraland and the same asset to work as well on Sandbox or metaverse as well. But when it comes to doing this and making this reality, basically all these founders from different metaverses, they should come together and come to terms and establish a standard. Because right now, and as I told you, the process is very labor intensive. So when it comes to deploying different assets or the same asset in different metaverses, it's very difficult, because you have to consider that the optimization and the modeling conditions, they are not the same. So you should change all these kind of technical specifications on your assets, and that's cumbersome and it takes some time. So if you ask me right now, we are mainly focused on the central end.
Yeah.
We have seen that Sandbox is more focused on the wearables and like gaming experience. But we have seen that the real estate market is going to, at least is going to remain hot on the central end for the next few months, few years probably. And that's what we are planning to do.
Yeah. That, you can say something?
No, I was going to say it looks like a lot of people are having trouble with the Pope. Yeah. Try this password now.
Oh, okay. ImagineX Meta 2.
So you guys might, ImagineX Meta 2 is the new password. You guys might have trouble just because some were able to mint and it says invalid also.
No, dude. Always something, man.
Greenshford says it works.
Oh.
Man, what is happening with this? How does it work for some and not for others? That's weird.
I don't know, man. What a bummer. Having such a great conversation and all of a sudden POAP.
Yeah.
Freaking POAP failed, dude. But anyways, yeah. So it's interesting. Yeah, you're focused on Decentraland because it is the like most suitable ecosystem for what it is you're trying to create, and we totally get that. You know, we're also metaverse hunters ourselves, like looking around who's developing a rich SDK environment similar to or greater than Decentraland, because that us as a platform, we immediately want to integrate and enable our creators such as yourself and everybody to easily produce content that is interoperable, right? So yeah, it's not at a standard point yet, but there is like you're saying, optimizations, I guess we can, and features we can enable for creators that make that process of having your assets be traversable in different environments become reality. So we definitely need more feedback and input from creators like yourself, so we can I think in the next several months, that's going to be our main initiative. Is to I think we've pretty much expertised Decentraland, so we're
it's going to work the same as crypto. So you see right now that there are a lot of cryptos, and most of these like if you ask me, most of these are like cheat coins. At the end, the market just will need 2 or 3 of these cryptos. Just it's just like the same as the credit card. So it's you'll need like 100 or 100,000 cryptos to like have your market working. It will this kind of like experience and this kind of like history will replicate on the metaverse as well. So we'll see probably in the next 3 or 4 years, we'll see a lot of these new startups working and building new kind of metaverse. But at the end, what it will matters is the daily active users you have on the metaverse and the time and the long time retention that you can do for the users. If you download the metaverse and just stop playing or just stop going to metaverse in 2 or 3 days, that's you're done.
Yeah, you're describing exactly how the whole blockchain ecosystem matured as well. Yeah, like right now interoperability is the focus, but there is fragmentation and siloing happening within the blockchain space. We have over 100 blockchains at this point, and each with their own ecosystem and developers that have to kind of like pigeonhole themselves to that ecosystem, and you're right. Like when it comes to developers' decision, which one are they going to gravitate towards? It's ultimately which blockchain has the richest liquidity, which one has like the most developer friendly features or whatever the hell. So you're right. The metaverse is kind of mature, I think, in a similar fashion. And we're already seeing it. Like if you're a creator, you're already finding the difficulties, like merging your production across the board, right? You kind of have to just pick one, and that is the dilemma, the issue when it comes from a developer. Like you kind of have to just allege yourself, your talent, your creativity. And right now, I think Decentraland is the most obvious choice because it does check all those boxes, right? It probably does have one of the most, liquid environments as far as like engaged users who are willing to spend money on things.
open developer
SDK.
SDK.
Yeah.
All that stuff, right? So these are the important things that you're right, like that's going to navigate everybody's, future decisions.
Yeah, it's not only a matter of user experience, but then you should consider the economy as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
In order to have a successful metaverse, definitely you should build an economy and a market inside of it. So it's if you cannot build that, if you cannot build the trust or the all the protocols that you need to make it decentralized, or making a working game cryptocurrency, it's not going to work. So that's how we see the metaverse.
Yeah.
And basically in 10 or 15 years, there will be 2 or 3 at the most where people will be spending most of their time.
Yeah.
Just like at social media or just like at Facebook or MySpace. It's people basically start on Facebook, and whenever a new kind of incumbent comes to market, so it has to come with a new value prop in order to assure the stickiness from the users, so it can grow and have some traction on the long term.
100% agree.
Question for you, Mario, is does your team look into SDKs of metaverses, or are you guys just focused on just like the 3D art aspect of your creations?
That's a very good question. Right now, let's say that we are mainly focused on creating content. What we would like to understand is first kind of like the pricing, because with all this crypto crash happening right now, a lot of people, they just kind of like run out from her, or start liquidating their positions on crypto. So what we would like to see is first the market kind of like to settle down with all this craziness happening right now, and then definitely in the short term, we would like to explore different ways to provide maybe end users a way to develop their own assets. So just to give you an idea on our digital twin business model, we have a platform where developers can go and upload the 3D model of their properties and have their digital twin on the go and in real time.
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
Yeah, I like that.
I always love when creators or developers always, develop platforms alongside. Like if you've discovered a new innovation, it's like, oh, right, time to platformite it.
That's right.
That's kind of how we think too.
Yeah.
We think in the same way.
Because that provides maximum scalability. So you are reaching out anyone worldwide. So that's the reason why you move to platform.
Yeah, and it's just like if we feel the need for whatever tools that we're creating needs to happen, that means we're not alone. There's going to be more need. So why not, leverage what we've already spent all this time building and, provide it for others. And ultimately, like that is what's going to have to happen for like the metaverse multi-trillion-dollar mature.
That's what happened to the internet.
Exactly. Yeah. People have to develop their own platforms or standards or frameworks, protocols, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Just put it out there. If you feel like you've created something of value other developers can leverage, these are the little building blocks that eventually end up being like this big question mark, right? What is the metaverse? We can't answer that question yet because there's just so much like scatterbrain when you think about it. Everyone has their own interpretation. But yeah, give it 5, maybe 10 years of all this developer contribution. And then, ultimately we'll get to a stage where, we figured it out. This is the metaverse, right? This is what we're supposed to be leveraging it for. So,
all right. A reminder for all the listeners out there, make sure you retweet this tweet I'm about to show you. Let me share this link again. In order to be entered for a chance to win this meta from ImagineX. All right. Man, we got 17 retweets there. That's pretty good. All right. So it says this is the meta drop for today. I got to think through what is the best way to do this drop or to do this giveaway.
What do you mean? Because we can't do it live, right?
Well, I mean,
Or maybe we can.
we could if we're only considering retweets, but we're having everybody follow their Twitter account, their Facebook, and
Okay.
Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
please.
okay.
You have all the handles over there, right?
I think so. I think all the links are here, or they're. Let me see. They're either here. Let me see. Wait a second.
Dolly is saying we could do it after the call since some people don't have social media. Well, I think it's limited to those who do, though, right?
Yeah, it's limited to those who do have social media.
Yeah, dude. So
Yeah.
quickly spin up your social media profile.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. Sorry for the guys over there without social media, but
You know, this is important. It's sort of like we always talk on the podcast that if you're not in the metaverse, or if you're a business and you're not thinking about being in the metaverse, it's like existing today and not having social media.
which, like, some part of my brain doesn't want to do that, but yeah, my other part like recognizes, like, dude, I suck because I don't have like enough social media presence, right?
That's right.
And yeah, that's the debate, right? Is like, is that okay? Is that bad? But I mean, whether or not it is what it is, and it's only going to get more important. And yeah, the metaverse is taking that to the next degree, and like all this whole on-chain identity stuff. So yeah, we gotta get used to it, lads. It's like kind of like adopting social standards at the end of the day.
Let's see.
Some people from PH don't use Twitter. What's PH? Philippines? PH. Oof. Okay.
For those of you having trouble with the Pope, just send me a DM and we'll figure it out.
Sorry, I was born on mountains. Wow.
Dang.
That sounds pretty cool. POAP isn't working for me. Okay. Wow. Well, sorry guys for the POAP destruction, POAP madness. But yeah, just DM Willis, Cypher Will, and we'll handle that.
Yeah, Cypher Will, send me a DM and we'll figure out the Pope situation. Let's see what time is it. So we got about 4 minutes left. Let me see. Mario, what do you think we should do for the giveaway? Is there a way that we can select a winner through either Twitter, or what do you think? Or maybe you want to go through like all your recent follows and like in all your platform, like after the call, and then you can just DM me, contact that person, see if you can get their ETH address, and then we'll send them the meta.
Yeah, so actually our plan is to contact the winner through Twitter, probably.
Okay.
I'm going to pull this off with my team here. Give me a sec.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, take your time.
Little water spill there. Oops.
Oh, okay.
As long as it doesn't get on the new mic.
Yeah, negative, yeah. Poker Dog. Oh yeah, so shout out to all the people who have boosted the server. So I appreciate it.
You're supposed to explain to me our audio is much more crispy, right? Because of the boosters.
So as soon as you boost the server, there's like 3 levels. When you reach each level, the quality of the audio when you're streaming is increased.
Okay.
And so the crispiness that you and I are hearing are potentially what most people are listening to.
Wow.
So I mean, we got extra crispy audio coming into our ears right now. So
yeah. For once, I don't hate my own voice.
Yeah.
Like, that's how cool it sounds over here. Dude, the setup is great.
Yeah, it is.
And yeah, we're improving. We're gonna get more good stuff, more goodies, and yeah, man. I think the big breakthrough is whenever we get like the control mechanisms out of your hands.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
To someone else's, and like that, it also deburdens like the frame rates, right? So that way we can actually start previewing metas and like not crash the whole system.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, apologize to Mario. I've been managing like this control center while trying to see what people are saying to make sure that we're on track.
Yeah.
And I have been not involved in the conversation as much as I
No, it's
normally
okay,
am.
dude. It's totally fine.
No problem.
This
we had
is
some fun.
Yeah.
Give me a sec. I'm trying here to see how we're going to announce the winner. Give me a sec.
Okay.
Okay, only So Ruru only has Facebook. Grind Junkie says, I never really used Twitter until I got into NFTs. Then it became a necessity.
That's me too. It's so true.
Yeah.
Like NFT space lives on Twitter. Like,
Yeah. True North says, only got it for DCL, Twitter specifically.
Yeah, there's a lot of DCL activity on Twitter as well.
There is.
Pretty much everything like degen related. Like if you're trying to degen, be part of the degen army, you better be on Twitter because like the degen army is like, or maybe like 4chan, something like that. A lot of degens on 4chan.
Yeah, I share Elon's take on Twitter that it's very useful, very valuable outside of crypto in a sense.
Didn't he pull out of that deal?
He did. He's trying to at least. And what's funny is that Twitter is trying to sue Elon to force him to buy Twitter, which will force Twitter to show how many actual users are on the platform versus bots.
Wow.
And so
what is going on?
It's brilliant. It's a brilliant strategy. It's 5D chess.
Yeah.
Literally. Poker Dog. Can we add you on Twitter? Yeah, man. Follow everybody, including Dahlia. Let's see. Wordsworth. Yeah, Dahlia's looking after the chat. Thank you, Dahlia. Discord and Twitter is must-have for crypto. Yeah, Discord is connected to our veins. We're on it every single day.
Yeah, I mean, Twitter is important, but I think I definitely much more value Discord.
Yeah.
Discord engagement.
Yeah, for the NFT community, Discord is a must.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know everybody these days is like all in on these Twitter calls, Twitter Spaces, I think, is what they're called.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Twitter Spaces.
Yeah, which is it's cool, but I feel like we're doing something cooler on Discord and then like in the metaverse and stuff, but it's just not like what the standard of communication is at the moment. Everyone's on Twitter, which to me feels primitive compared to like, this. It's like, I don't know. This feels better.
Agreed. Yeah. And there's a nasty habit on Twitter Space to like go on forever. Like we got to keep it under an hour at most. We have to. Yeah, let us know, Mario, whenever you guys are ready.
Yeah. So actually, we have a winner here.
All right. There we go. Let's do the claps. This yellow button, dude.
Hold on. Right now or not yet? Not yet.
Let's reveal the name.
All right. Good luck.
So this is on Twitter, Mario. Is that correct?
Yeah, Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah. So actually, I'm sending you over the username on Twitter so you can announce it by yourselves.
Okay. All right. Let me pull up.
All right. How are we gonna unveil this name, dude? We gotta do it.
Twitter sphere here. Hold on. Let me.
Should we play the Breaking Bad intro?
Yeah, if you want to get copyright strike.
Yeah, that's right. Oops, forgot about that one. Don't have freedom on the internet anymore, dude. Can't.
Yeah, that's his handle over there on Twitter.
Okay, did you send us a DM? Or let me know when you send it.
Okay. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have a drum roll button, so it would be the longest. Drum roll.
Bring the confetti, man.
Yeah. So a tiny mouse, TJ, watching the call in DCL and grinding lube is a big brain play.
Dude, such a good point. Dude. See, that Twitter can't do that.
Yeah.
Twitter sucks, man.
Yeah, it does.
Why are people on Twitter? TJ is killing it right now by like being engaged in this conversation and still participating in the metaverse ecosystem.
That's right.
That is the point, dude. Everyone's doing it wrong.
Yeah.
These damn Twitter calls.
Yeah. 100%.
So yeah, we're sticking to the metaverse. Spectate to earn while you watch to earn knowledge. I don't know.
Oh, looks like we have a winner.
You found it?
All right.
Yeah.
Clap it.
Claps. Hold on, it's too quiet.
There you go. So the winner is Grind Junkies. Congratulations, dude.
Dude, Grind, what's up, dude?
Hell
Congrats.
Yeah. Look at that. Dang, good job, dude.
That's another clap for Grind.
Yeah.
All right. Hell yeah.
And then definitely our invitation is just to all the communities to keep an eye on us. Mm-hmm. We're looking forward to learning more of this amazing asset. and just keep in touch, and then stay stay tuned to what we have to offer.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and also I invite everybody to download the Home VR app. I'm going to do so myself after that showcase there, Mario. So we got a couple of headsets downstairs, and so we're gonna try it out because I wanna see like
we're gonna record it too and
Yeah.
post it on our channel somewhere. 'Cause
yeah, for sure.
we can do an article just walking through the whole experience.
Yeah.
that's so cool.
All right.
Yeah, we can do the whole experience.
Yes, Mario, thank you so much for joining us, talking about the metaverse and ImagineX and everything that's going on with you guys. Make sure you follow ImagineX on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Also follow us, MetaZone.io, the Block Runner, and Rovies. Thank you guys for joining.
Yeah, and thank you, Mario, just for your, contributions,
Yes.
innovative, thoughts, and everything you're doing. Like not just as a MetaZone creator, just like as a metaverse contributor across the board. We need more people like you guys.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, well, thank you guys for having me here with you. And then to all the community and to all the people that are listening right now, we are just starting to build this amazing industry.
Mhm.
There is a lot to come, and the future is going to be awesome. So
Yeah, and then we'll see you in
keep
Austin.
tuned, and then stay tuned, and then we're going to build amazing things here with our technology.
Yeah, and let us know when you get back.
Finally, we're looking forward to partnering with companies like you guys to build around these amazing technologies.
Yeah, and Mario, let us know when you get back to Austin. We'll make the drive over there to hang out, get some tequilas going, and
Yeah, definitely give us the ultimate tour, dude.
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward.
Yeah,
to that.
man. Yeah. No, I'm down for something else. Not in the metaverse, on the real life.
yeah.
If you're coming to us, just tell me back, and then I'm happy to go there.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it. All right, Mario. Thank you for joining the call, and thank you guys for listening. And never leave the metaverse.
Oh wow, is that what we say now?
That's what we're
okay,
gonna
never
say.
leave the metaverse, guys.
All right.
You heard it here first.
All right. Bye.
Bye, guys. See you.
I just waved at the screen. Oh my god.